All right, we are back. I feel like we just did this yesterday. We did do this yesterday. If you didn't catch that episode, go back. It was just kind of a hangout session. There was some jokes and fun in there. There was some serious moments in there. Either way, good episode. Today we're just going to cover some simple topics. Again, we've got a full panel. Probably going to have some fun here tonight. Wouldn't be a show without it. But yeah, we're just going to do a short Friday show, hopefully. There's no way we could do a long one. We had an after party last night that went on several hours after the show. So on top of work, I am burnt out, and so are some of our guests tonight. So we're going to keep it nice and short for you. The after party will happen, but it'll be short. My attendance will probably be the first 15 minutes, and then I'll roll out because I can't. But happy Friday. It is Black Friday. And that's actually the topic of the evening. Is Black Friday dead? We're going to look at that and find out if Black Friday is in fact dead or not. In the meantime, let's get our co-host on the stage first. We've got Crusader Nate. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, you know me, just living the dream.
Same answer every time. It's like the Twilight Zone. You just keep waking up in the same nightmare. Or Groundhog Day, I guess, would be another example.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. All right, let's get the rest of the guys in here. We've got Ron Jeremy, of course.
Jesus.
MGTOW Mando is here.
Hey, guys.
Jackal the Emperor. MGTOW Outlaw, of course. And finally, the one, the only, Billy Von Bomb. Welcome, gentlemen.
Don't all speak at once.
No, please stay absolutely silent.
I thought I said hello, but okay.
No, I got you. Outlaw, are you with us?
Yes, I am, but apparently I can't speak because I'm not allowed to sing.
Did I? Oh, you know what it is? I think I know what's wrong. I think I understand what's going on here. You feel left out because you didn't get a proper introduction.
No.
Well, we can change that. Don't you worry.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy. Damn.
Yes, and in case you missed it last night, there's more than just that. We also have several, incriminating pictures of Outlaw now. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it gets pretty dark pretty quick.
What's that thing hanging? Wait, hold on. What's hanging there?
Oh, what is that?
Oh, I didn't see that. What is that?
Who took these pictures?
What is that?
Well, who took these?
There you go. So, welcome to the show. You now have had your proper introduction. All right, gentlemen. We'll start off just in any particular order. I know that always leaves some dead air, so I'm going to ask one of you to just charge in without asking questions. Tell us your Black Friday stories, your experience. Did you see crowds? Did you see, bitches in Uggs boots? What did you see today? We're demonetized because of my last sentence there. Whoops. But yeah, what did you see? Did you see people rioting and, cutting off each other's fingers for the last TV, or was it a ghost town? Anybody? Go ahead.
Well, I know
I
I'm not in
work.
Dublin, so I didn't see a riot.
Yeah.
Fiery but mostly peaceful protest.
Yeah, fiery, but mostly peaceful, yeah.
I actually had to work most of the morning, so
Yeah.
yeah, I did see a bunch of the I don't know, we'd have to come up with a name for the individuals that we've referenced, the ones that like to peruse and kind of go trolling and fishing in hardware stores and places like that, if you know what I mean. We need to come up with a nick. What's that?
Handyman hunters.
No, like we have that's a little too accurate. I mean, we need to come up with something a little more creative within our community. Like we have the 304 reference that started 2 years ago or so, and then kind of caught on and went everywhere else. If we can come up with something else along those lines, like I don't know, like catfish or something like that, because they're literally sitting there all made up to look a specific way, just trolling and hiding, waiting to ambush an unsuspecting individual.
Yeah.
Something like that. We got to come up with something like
Hang
that.
on, Rhino. You're
Mhm.
also a paleontology nerd just as much as I am.
A little bit. Once
What
in a
was the
while.
name of that Velociraptor subspecies that allegedly is thought to have been a ambush predator?
That's very vague. Are we talking about the raptor family? Because there's a few
Yeah,
of them. There's
it-
Deinonychus, Utah raptor.
it's in the same family. I know it wasn't Deinonychus, but there's one of them that paleontologists believe was basically just a ambush predator. Would sit there in ferns.
I mean,
and
there's. I'm not sure. I'd have to go check on that.
because we can't use lot lizards. That's already been taken.
No. What
Yeah.
about Oviraptor? You know, is that the one you're
That's the
thinking
one I'm
of?
thinking of, the egg hunter.
Yeah, the Oviraptor scavenger. Yes.
No,
What
What about a
work.
blue collar berater?
Yeah. Well.
no, that'd be a certain other type of individual of that particular arrangement.
By the way, we'll be checking.
After bagging the target.
We'll be checking the chats, guys. I do not miss the chats. It is a super chat only, so that's just to keep the show on track. Because if I read all the chats, we would never get through the show in under 3 hours. I know because we have 5-hour shows to prove that. So if you want to leave something in the comments and you want me to read it on air, just send a super chat and we'll get that. But I am monitoring them. So
MM43 has a good one for it, or for a potential.
oh, Whisk Broom Windy, yeah.
I was actually talking about before that one.
Hardwood Harlots. Well, they're both good.
I have a
That's
good one. I have a good one from Home Depot.
Sure.
It was tricky. She tricked me. So check this out. I went in there. I was looking for a particular like a bulb that it's like an LED setup where you can dim it and I'm not even going to go into it, but it's a particular kind of bulb and they keep it in a particular area. So I'm trying to find the particular bulb, and all of a sudden this woman who's like, 40 something, all of a sudden is right there next to me. She's like, "Can I help you?" And I'm thinking she works at Home Depot. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm looking for this bulb." And she starts looking for it, helping me try to find it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not finding it. And I'm like, "Oh, well, maybe can you ask up front?" And she's like, "I don't work here." And I'm like, what? She's like,
Wow.
"Hold on. Can I no, this is like a double whoa." So she goes, "Can I talk to you about solar?" And I'm like, "What?"
Oh,
And
Jesus.
Oh no.
She was a solar salesperson. But wait, it
Yeah.
gets better. So, I always just ditch those people, right? But, if they ask me, I'm like, "Yeah, I rent," or whatever. I don't even, so, I just blew her off. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't own a house. I rent. I don't need solar. I'm good.
Right.
I needed this bulb, for God's sake." She's like, "Oh, well, maybe, if you get a house, maybe can I get your number?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And she's like, "No, what, how about you just give me your number?" I'm like, "Oh boy." So it was
What?
it was a double shot.
Yeah.
Not only was
How
it the
about
fucking
no?
the solar bullshit, which I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you if she did work for a solar company because I didn't see she didn't have like a shirt on that said solar or anything or.
So did she get your number?
Oh, hell no. No, she was she had like half, dude, she was rocking, it was like half blonde, half pink, and with like a little bit of purple on the ends. And I was like, "Oh my God,
Shooting fish in a barrel with that one.
that."
Yeah.
All right.
You know how
Yeah.
that,
Cotton candy hair.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Billy,
Yeah.
here's what you do in those kinds of situations. And I'm sure every one of us has one or two of these numbers in our phone, whether we want to or not. Give her the phone number for a known Alphabet Mafia supporter in your area
Mm.
and claim that's your number.
I don't have any of those.
No, I'd have to see if I can find it again. There used to be a rejection hotline number.
Yeah.
You guys, Well, Rhino, you know what I'm talking about? Hi, if
Yes,
you
I
receive
do.
this number, this is the rejection hotline.
Yeah.
The person who gave you this number didn't want to tell you no to your face. So that's my job. It's a recorded voice that says that.
Wow.
That's good.
I wonder
shit.
if that's even up anymore.
Oh, it's got to be.
Probably.
They've got to have, if it's not the original, some new variant
You
of it.
still
So
have that contact number, Crusader.
Well, I used to use it. I used to give it up to people all the time.
I know. That's why I'm asking if you still have it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean,
Damn.
I've been out of that game for well over a decade.
The thing is,
So,
I don't even get to the point where I can get rejected. I get plenty of approaches by members of the Alphabet Mafia.
yeah. Well, from my understanding, and from what I saw today, well, I was out on the road, and I worked today, and I was in and out of 3 cities. There was less traffic than there was on Thanksgiving, considerably less, but there was less traffic there than there was on a regular work day. And I didn't really see anybody in any of these shops. It just okay, there was one place I went, I think it was the mall. There might have been a little bit heavier traffic than normal, but I had to pick something up there that I ordered, and there were maybe a few more people than normal. But nothing seemed to be on sale. I went in 2 stores. I mean, I didn't check everything, but nothing was on sale at all. Like, it was just another day. And I've seen some stuff where even people are taking the signs that say on sale and they lift them up. We'll get into that in a minute. And they lift them up and it's the same price underneath. And then there's the meme. I don't know if you've seen the memes going around on social media where it's like William Wallace going hold, and it's like an $8.99 grill or something. And it's the next day, hold, and then Black Friday, it says one was $1,099, now $8.99, and then it's the charge. Yeah, so stupid. But yeah, I would say from my experience, I didn't see much excitement. Definitely nobody standing outside of Best Buy or Target or any of that. No madness. And the mall, like I said, it was just casual, just people shopping. You know, I'll tell you, I'm trying. It's on my bucket list. My buddy was a big longboarder when we were kids, and it is a little bit of a waffle, but whatever. I don't care. It's a fucking Friday show. He always used to ride a longboard, and I was the mountain bike guy. I never learned to ride a skateboard, so I been starting, but I realized I'm starting on wheels that are too hard, so I needed to go to a softer wheel to actually learn how to do the balance and stay on the board and not fall on my ass and roll my ankle. So the wheels that I was advised to get when I first set up the board are wheels designed for doing tricks, whereas I need a wheel that's a little bit more soft so I can actually do some cruising. So that's what I went to pick up today. But anyway, yeah, didn't see any craziness in the store at all. Just seemed
Rhino?
regular. Yeah.
So, Rhino, when you went in to get your wheels, did you say to the salesperson, roll me softer, daddy?
Oh, God.
No. No. What is wrong with you?
I know I'm going to gain some suspicion points for that one, but I couldn't.
Oh,
I
God.
knew someone else was thinking it.
God.
nope, I didn't even
Please,
think of that
never
at
do
all.
that again.
No, I wasn't thinking that at all.
I was
No.
waiting to hear the story of how you broke your hip.
Oh, no, I didn't break my hip. It's kind of a stupid story. So I was doing great. So I've been practicing with like stupid shit. So when I do laundry, I'm trying to save some money. So there's a laundry facility on the other end of the apartment. They've got a winding sidewalk to get there. So I decide I'll drive the car over, drop off the laundry, leave the car over there, and then skate, washer, dryer, the whole thing. And I was doing fine, not great, but I was going down the sidewalk, starting to learn how to turn and shit. And then I'm all proud of myself, and I'm doing it right in front of my yard, and the wheel goes off into the rocks, and I just go down, man, and my ankle twisted up. It was so stupid. Right in front of my door is where I fucking ate shit. So, yeah, that's my story.
Yeah.
At least now you know what your house tastes like.
Oh.
It's dirt and pain. Dirt and pain.
Yeah. We'll hear the story of how he broke his hip soon.
No, I don't think, I mean, I'm about to be 37. The chance of me, grinding on rails and doing half pipes, I don't think that's ever going to happen. If I can just learn to ride that to the gas station and back, I'll feel like I completed something in life. So
You're safer with a razor, dude.
And then
no, I don't want a fucking scooter.
And we'll see one of these days on CNN. Rando guy, or rando ginger with a haircut like a Viking gets shot in gangland crossfire while skateboarding at the gas station.
Because he rode into the wrong town.
Wow. All right. Thank you guys for all the warm, fuzzy feelings here. What the fuck? Okay, I can't ignore that chat. That's some bullshit, though.
Not Granny instead.
I was about to say,
why do I do these goddamn shows?
Oh my
you'd
God.
think that he would probably be more likely to break his hip, making one of his big runs so he doesn't miss the early bird special, and certain things happens, but
Yeah.
So personally, I think you need to get a board that's retro to the 80s, because I used to skate in the 80s, and it used to be, so we rode wide boards that were used more for half pipes and stuff and for the street. Right. Whereas then there was another group of skaters who did the freestyle stuff, and those are they're the thin, and they have the two flip ups on either end so that you could do tricks and stuff. Yeah. I'd go with a wider one, because the wider ones went out of favor for a long while, but I think they're coming back as a retro.
I've got it right here, so I guess
that's
a wider.
That's not a wider.
This is a thin one.
That's a thin. That's for.
But yeah, it's just a regular, nothing fancy about it. Bigger wheels on it now, though. But that's it. So
you need a nice set of soft wheels.
These are soft. These are 78 hardness. Very soft, and 58 millimeter. So I put risers on it just so I don't fucking eat shit when I try to turn and it fucking gets wheel bites. So that was the next thing I learned.
You're about as hard as a 78-year-old man.
Okay, we're gonna move on to Black Friday again.
G-Ski just sent you something.
Yeah, G-Ski just put a super chat in.
All right. Let's go over there. G-Ski for $10 on YouTube. Haven't seen any Black Friday price cuts on what I want for years. Even Virginia ABC did away with Black Friday and Cyber Monday liquor prices in 2020. We're getting economically sodomized. I would agree with that. I can't think of anything, and I'm a fucking nerd. I buy fucking figures. I own all of Toys R Us, as Billy has pointed out. But I can't think of anything that I wanted. Like, there's a pair of headphones, because this speaker's starting to get a little weird. It's not as loud as this one, so it's goofy. So I was shopping for some Skull Candy. They got some nice headphones. I was thinking, well, they'd go on sale today. Maybe they'd be 10% off or 15%. Nope, still full price. Everything that I had saved in eBay or Amazon, any of those little watch lists, nothing on sale. So it's interesting. It's like, well, they make a big deal about Black Friday and Cyber Monday, yet what am I excited about? And not to mention, most people right now, and I'm just going to point out the obvious, can't afford this shit. Like, people are trying to figure out how to make the 5 groceries for $200 last them a week. So what the fuck would they be buying a bunch of, 70-inch screen TVs? Just my opinion, but I don't think that's a motivation for people right now,
Well,
but
not only that, the retailers kind of, they did it to themselves, because, Black Friday used to be a thing, right? It used to be an event, and people used to fucking camp out at Walmart and Best Buy and all that stuff, because they would close, right? And then they would put out all their shit that you would see the videos of people stomping each other for, and they would have limited amounts of it. Now they put the stuff, like I stopped by Walmart on Tuesday, I think it was, and they had all this stuff out, and it was like cheap, like just Chinese junk. It was such junky shit. And I'm like, yeah, Black Friday isn't really like, what are you going to, will you get a TV, how many TVs you need?
Right.
Well, yeah. So, I remember, what was it, about 15 years ago, when like the LED TVs were just starting to come out, and they were, thousands of dollars. anywhere from like $2,000 to $5,000. I remember a buddy of mine managed a Best Buy store, and I got a call that they had the first 10 people that wanted this TV got it for, I think it was like $500 or $600, like 70% off. And he's like, dude, he's like, come in, and he's like, this is exactly where it's going to be in the store. And I was, one of the 10 people that got that TV, and I think regular price on it was like $3,000 or $4,000 at the time. But yeah, I mean, it was like one of those doorbuster, like Black Friday specials, and I haven't seen that stuff in at least 10 to 15 years.
Well, the thing is, Walmart, I know specifically Walmart, I think a few of the other stores have started doing this. They got into a lot of trouble with the government over the near riots that occurred in their stores on Black Friday.
Yeah.
And what they started doing to try to mitigate that is dribbling out some of the more desired items early and kind of drip drying it out over the course of the year. I remember the one time I went to Black Friday as a kid with my mom and sister. We were going there for the Furbies because that was the first year those stupid things were
fucking evil things.
And my sister wanted one. My mom wanted one. I was lukewarm about it. I was like, okay, it might be neat. And we all three of us went in there to get it. I ended up getting curb stomped into one of the columns. My sister and mom managed to get to the display and get the damn Furby. And the one my sister ended up getting, some old hag tried to rip it out of her hand. But
sounds like old Black Friday.
But I know after that, Walmart got into a shiza load of trouble over their Black Friday sales.
Wasn't there somebody that literally lost a finger over Black Friday? Like their finger got taken off in one of these stampedes?
Well, there's another thing.
There's a few people that actually lost their lives in them.
Yeah. I think it was outside of Chicago or outside of like Philadelphia or a big city like that, where people started to just hang out in the parking lots after the main rush would go in and just beat people and take whatever they bought and rob them right in the parking lot.
Typical Chicago.
Well, now they just go in whenever they want.
Yeah, take it.
Burn and loot.
We got a clip of that too. Actually, why not? Let's go ahead. This one I can't see for some reason, but let's go ahead and get to Forbes here. Hopefully that one loaded. New York Times for some reason wants me to pay to see it. No, is what it is. But let's pull this one up. Let's present screen. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And there we are. So Black Friday 2023 sales predictions, right? And this is Thanksgiving week brings out all the deals.
Hold on.
And all the shoppers.
Hold on real
What's
quick.
that?
Scroll up.
Scrolling up.
Look at that sucker.
Yeah.
Look at that fucker.
What are they looking at, by the way? I don't have a... Oh, wait. Can I... What's the button to zoom? Because I don't have my touchscreen anymore.
Control, scroll wheel, forward.
Yep.
Ah, enhance. Oh, that goes the wrong... What the hell? This enhance is terrible. And damn it.
Hey, are you going to follow?
I'm working on it. Hang on. There we go. Kind of. No, that didn't even work.
You should have a scroll bar at the bottom that allows you to go to the side as well.
It's ridiculous. Our enhance is failing.
They're looking at what is that stuff that you put in boxes that pop?
Bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap, yeah.
Futuristic bubble wrap.
Look at this! Look at this nice bubble wrap. Is what they're looking at right there.
Yeah.
The thing is, all those promo photos are taken well in advance of whatever event they're wanting to.
Well, yeah, this is totally staged by two actors. You know that.
And
but
hey,
still.
Rhino, to make it work, put your cursor over where you want to enhance, and then use the scroll wheel with the control button.
Let's try it. That didn't work.
See that? Yeah, it did because you moved down. Keep the cursor over where you want to enhance. You have to move with it.
Listen, my friend.
This is.
Listen. You need to take the mouse and you need to put it on the place.
I'm not doing it. I quit. This is too complicated.
Okay.
Thank you for calling customer support.
Now go to fuck yourself.
JMO for $1.99. He just throws his money at us and leaves. So that is, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Unfortunately, $1.99 is not the sale price. It is the full price on Black Friday on Red Pill Rhino. So you got hosed on the sale price. Anyway, thank you so much for your donation, sir. Let's get in this article before I ruin the rest of the night trying to figure out how to Zoom without a touchscreen. Thanksgiving week brings out all the deals and all the shoppers. This is why I like the touchscreen. I got to enhance all the time. Let's see. Now I'm going to cough to death on the show. Let's see. All the deals and all the shoppers.
No.
Shut up. Accounting for approximately 16.7 of retail sales for the season, with 3 major shopping days. Thanksgiving Day, that is not a shopping day. That is a day for family and eating and getting fat and passing out. Okay.
It used to be a day that no stores were open.
Yeah, not even the gas station. And now the gas stations and the liquor stores stay open. Like, fuck, you had to buy your liquor the day before if you wanted it. But it's sad. But anyway.
Shit.
Then
I grew up in a dry county. They didn't sell on Saturdays or Sundays.
Yeah. And then you got Black Friday and, of course, Cyber Monday, which, whatever, whatever.
It's actually Booty Monday because usually that's where all the ass pictures start coming out on the internet.
I must have missed something there. But yes.
All right. Sean's here.
All right. We'll get him in here now. Why not? Just get him in. There he goes. Welcome, Sean.
Hello.
All right, let's get through this. Retailers consider this the beginning of the holiday shopping season. If you were smart, you finished your shopping last month. I used to do that. This month has been, this year has been kind of sketchy. But anyway, let's see. The beginning of the holiday shopping season, and expect their books to go from red to black over the long weekend. Good luck. The National Retail Federation estimates that 19% of annual retail sales occur between Black Friday and Christmas. So, a little under a quarter. 74% of Americans are expected to shop this week. This year, it's predicted that 74% of holiday shoppers will be out spending their money. The highest number since 2017. I don't believe that. Which was the first National Retail Federation began tracking the data. This means that 15 million, or 15.7 million to be accurate, more people may be out shopping this holiday than last year. I don't believe it. Of course, this is what the mainstream media is telling you is their prediction. Keep that in mind. And they're trying to sell it like everything's fine and everything's great and there's no problems at all. We're definitely not in a depression disguised as a recession. We're definitely not going through that, and everything's fine. Spend your money and go broke. Keep in mind, and I do want to point this out because there's really nothing else in this article but predictions. Keep in mind that last month, October, most people were predicted to max out their credit cards. Okay. Now, if that holds true, I don't have the data in front of me, but it is also speculated that a majority of Americans are going to run out of their savings entirely this month. So if we've maxed out our credit cards, which this is not a credit card, but for the example, we've maxed out all of these, and now we don't have any money in savings. What happens in January when the taxes get filed, and then in April they're due? What happens then if people don't have savings or credit? What happens then? It's going to be interesting to see. Panel. Your thoughts?
Well,
apocalypse.
What happens is selective paying. So, do I pay my this bill or this bill? So usually people will cut, not pay their car. They won't pay. They won't. Surprisingly enough, they won't pay their heating because in most states they're not allowed to cut your heat during the winter.
Right.
Wow.
They'll just bring it right down to the necessities, which means like all the the extra spending, like going out to eat, going out, to a movie, any of that stuff is gone.
Yeah, all the discretionary spending is going to get cut. What the other thing is, I looked to find the article. I couldn't find it. I'll have to try again. But they're talking about the increased number of automotive repossessions over
Oh
the
yeah.
past 6 months
Oh,
in the
yeah.
United States. Um, Car dealers are actually getting flooded with, 1 to 5 year old cars that are used that are brought back on repossessions, which is actually hindering the sale of new automobiles as well. So you're going to start to see that spike along with the student debt thing. People are going to have to start paying on their student debts because they haven't been able to pay those as well. And you're going to see that. You're going to see
Damn it.
small businesses, mom and pop restaurants, large chain restaurants. You're going to see areas where you had like a little shopping unit in a city that had restaurants, stores, whatever it may be. Those are going to start closing up in a hurry. And then you're going to have situations where people are going to pick and choose what they're going to pay. And if I remember correctly, when the cost of living exceeds 40% of the daily income of a residence, statistically speaking, that always leads to public revolutions and or civil unrest.
Yeah, and we're
Uh,
probably going to see
Plenty of
all
that
that.
around the world.
I wonder where the average, what the percentage is currently for most people living in this country.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
in this country, with the amount of easy credit that we've been able to get for the
Not
longest
anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, no.
time, I was going to say,
Sorry.
you would have let me finish before jumping in there. With that basically drying up, we are going to start seeing major pressure points on the economy and on the society that we haven't seen since the 1920s and 30s. And with as divided as this country is, you're not going to see community food banks opening up, for example. You're going to see more along the lines of the summer of love, as Jimmy would put it.
Yeah.
I got a
And
good one about that. Sorry, go on.
Oh, no. I'll just jump in real quick and then hand it off to you. If you look at the Google search trends, they've buried it, but you can still find articles where Give Back Car was trending on Google searches because people can't afford their car payments anymore, too. Billy, over to you.
So a couple things. So first, about the food banks. So I saw a story about in New York City how the illegals went and waited in line. They all like grouped up in line and got all the handouts for food before the people who normally get such things, like the poor and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they took all the food that was meant for the poor. So you got that kind of shit going on.
Yeah, they rated it already.
Yeah. And they had a woman who was, I guess, part of the group that was handing out the food, and she's like, well, we can't deny anybody food.
Right.
Like, yeah, but they shouldn't be here.
Well, the thing is, they're legally not allowed to say no to people.
Right.
Well, and I bet they turned around and they were selling that shit on a street corner.
Oh, no,
not 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
No. I did close to a decade on a board of directors for a 501c3 that ran multiple food banks and charities, and I helped line everything up to where there were communal donations from local businesses that actually covered the operating cost of the food pantries. Like I think the yearly, God, it's probably been 10 years since I've done that. I think the annual budget for the food pantry is like 120 grand, and I got local businesses to donate enough money quarter by quarter to cover the entire operational function of that food pantry. And I'm still connected with some of the people on the board of directors. They're still getting the donations, the tax write-off donations from local businesses, but all the federal funding and everything that's supposed to go to the temporary food assistance program to pantries has been cut by 60 or 70%. So a lot of your local food banks and pantries are actually going through local wholesalers and buying things and or having things that are within 1 month of expiration at stores like Walmart, and a couple of the other big food centers are actually funneling all of that food that's near expiration over through Feeding America, which is then distributing it through local food banks. That's how a lot of that stuff is getting there now. And people, you'll have, what they'll do is a lot of the people that are in those situations, they'll send in the dad, they'll send in the mom, and they'll send in, the aunts, the uncles. That are all technically, you're gonna have a dozen people living in like a 4-bedroom house,
Right.
and all of them are going in with their ID and getting extra food, and they're literally stockpiling it up because they'll do that, and they'll hit multiple pantries in multiple areas because they can't be refused. I've literally seen it happen firsthand.
Yeah, it's one of the loopholes that is fairly easily exploited.
Oh, this just came into JMO. I'll tell you what. I didn't hand out the links publicly tonight. I got to find a way to get you a link. But there was a $25 donation over on PayPal. I don't want to ignore you. Let me pull that up. I'm not going to give away your name or anything. But hey, man, it's blank. Glad to know you're doing what you love. And I know I cut out. I can't see the whole thing for some reason. But I did get your $25 donation. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Like I said, I really appreciate that. But yeah, no, you weren't forgotten, sir.
All right, JMO, another thing, email him at redpillrhino@hotmail.com.
Oh, yeah.
And have him send you the link to join the Gilded community.
Yeah, that'll work.
Hey, Rhino,
So-
I actually should have asked you about this previously. Since I'm also one of the moderators over on Gilded, would you like me to go ahead and give out the email address I use for my channel to let people into your Gilded
Yeah,
community as well?
either way, man. It works for me. We usually just give out redpillrhino@hotmail.com, but any email you want to contact, as long as you put something extremely offensive in the subject line to let us know you want to join Gilded.
Definitely.
Yeah, fun times. But yeah, those are some of the things that I've seen going on with local businesses and food pantries and people that I know that are still involved in the nonprofit low income services communities that I still assist and donate through. So that's something I'm actually seeing from people firsthand, directors of organizations, different people on boards of directors. So they're actually seeing an influx in people coming for assistance. But yeah, I've heard that it's not only New York. I think there's been 10 or 12 other locations where they've had flash mobs basically come in, raid the pantry, and leave all around the country.
Wow.
So you got that kind of shit going on. And then, so with the cars, just touching real big back on that, it's the interest rates on all that stuff have gone through the roof, and dealers are sitting on huge stockpiles of mostly trucks because the stupid auto companies have put all their money into trucks that they're trying to sell for $100,000. I don't know if you guys have looked at prices of trucks lately, but
go ahead, Billy.
Well, I was going to say I saw a Raptor a couple weeks ago, $90,000.
Oh, that's
$90,000.
That's an entry level.
Exactly. This was like baseline Raptor. Like you got trucks out there, like some of these Rams or whatnot, $100,000 for a Dodge Ram, for fuck's sake.
Right.
So, I know someone that bought a 3/4 ton Dodge Ram end of last summer. It was the one and only one on the lot, fully loaded. It was like $140,000.
Hey, Crusader, I just sent you something in a private message in Gilded.
Oh my God.
So you got people who are going to have $1,000 or more car payments, right? You think they're going to pay that? You think they're going to maintain that when, shit is really going south? Fuck no.
Yeah. I can't find it now that I was going to say, I can't find it now that I'm looking for it, but there was actually like one of these things on TikTok where there's a bunch of these guys just going in and looting the shoe store. Like, that's Black Friday now.
Yeah.
Jackal, over to you.
Sounds about right.
Well, what I'm seeing is you're seeing a system rigging of rigs of what's going to become the new normal. Essentially, people are going to have no other choice but to just not pay except for the absolute fundamentals, what is necessary to live. So what you're going to see an influx of enforcement conflicts. And by that, I mean the guys that are going to be sent out there, armed or not, to repossess property that technically doesn't belong to you because you're not paying over $1,000 in order to pay this off, or you're basically renting it. So you're going to have conflicts of people shooting and killing the repo men or anybody else sent out there to repossess your house or your car, or just coming to remind you, you owe us money, even though that it's extremely difficult to get money and the value of the dollar is shooting down as we speak. You still still owe us, so pay up or we're going to drag your ass to jail. And like you said, when you already have people fighting other people over the limited resources left for all of us, then plus this, the conflict of not being able to pay for things that you need to live, there's only one word to describe what's going to happen: chaos.
Yeah.
No, you know what's going to happen. You know how everything's been going to like this subscription based, everything's going to a rental. BlackRock buying up all these houses. They want you to own nothing and you'll be happy, and you'll pay them the money that you make for you won't be able to afford a car, so you're going to be renting a car and you're going to be renting a house, and all your money is going to go to all these little services that are going to end up they're going to charge you for everything, and that's how you're not going to own anything. And
now I agree with you.
They're going.
I agree with you, Billy, but there's going to be a point where even that's not going to be sufficient, because these greedy people are not going to stop until they have it all, and they don't believe in limits. The concept of you can only have so much, they look at that phrase or just that concept in and of itself and they scoff at it and they say, no, I want it all. Just like Cobra Commander said in the movie with The Rock. I know you guys probably don't even like that movie, but when Cobra Commander is asked, what is it that you want, after displaying his destruction of London, he answers with, I want it all. And that's what that's the people that we are facing believe. Well, they believe they want it all. It's never enough.
You're just an inconvenience to these types of the people.
Yeah, if they could, they would just straight up kill you. That back in the day, the older versions of these types of people, they were warlords that would run around with armed gangs to just kill you and take your shit.
Yeah, they're basically trying to create a modern day version of serfdom. And in some countries, I see that in some countries that's going to go over for a while. Here stateside, I don't think it's going to go over well, at least not without a major revolution beforehand, or a major civil unrest leading into essentially a toppling of this country as we know it.
Yeah.
Or you go into a massive decay of, like today, I watched a video of stuff happening in South Africa where there's guys who are going into electrical tunnels and stripping wires and taking down streetlights for the copper and all this kind of stuff. So, and it's organized gangs.
Well, what I'm getting at when I say that, Billy,
Yeah.
is what's gonna have to happen for them to be able to push this nonsense the way they want to push it is we are going to have to get to a Mad Max or Judge Dredd type scenario where everyone's packed in places that are so tight that there is nothing we can do about it, and or the country itself is going to have to devolve to the point where it's a form of martial law.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now before. Oh, go ahead, Rano.
I was just going to say really quick, JMO, before you spend your entire paycheck over here, just email us at redpillrhino.com. I'll get you the link. Actually, I just saw your email pop up, but I do want to read your chats anyway. So we've got for $4.99 here. I want in. LOL. Black Friday is trash now, so it's not worthy the dumb fuckery that happens and stresses now. And then again, he sends another chat for $9.99. Thank you so much, sir. Put your wallet away. Stop it. I sent $25 to Red Pill PayPal as well, man. Just trying to Sue Poker the channel. I can't join. How the hell does Sean get in and not me? What the hell? Well, he emailed me, so I'll shoot you over the link. God damn it! Look for a response in your email, and I'll get you added over here. But yeah, Crusader, back to what you're saying, man.
Oh no! We got some other more pressing matters to handle. Because
what happened now?
You just gotta big super chat.
We're worthy.
I don't even have the you're not worthy, so I'm gonna have to go with something else. We're just gonna have to drop one of these. Holy crap!
I can has enhance.
I can has enhance.
Right now, this is the only channel I've watched where the host gets roasted via super chat. You do realize
Oh my god! Oh,
What
that
the
is
fuck?
fucking classic.
and I'm talking about the people on the show.
Wait a minute. Is it? Hold on. Isn't
Why?
Tom Davis you, Tommy, or no?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay.
I
don't know
knew
what's-
that would fuck with him.
It's like thank you, but also fuck you. So at the same time.
And that's part of the fun.
All right, Crusader, back to you. Thank you, Tommy, for put your wallet away. Stop it. Jesus.
Well, that's all you're getting from me, motherfucker.
Good.
That's what she said.
Crusader, the floor is yours. I've got to get this email sorted really quick.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tommy.
Handle your
Oh,
business.
come on. Riggs sent you that, didn't he?
What? No,
What
Riggs
the
didn't
hell is
send me
go-
shit.
No. Now you're all trolling me.
MM4356. Tom caught Rhino with his rigs out.
No. You listen here, because Riggs just sent me an email. It doesn't give away any personal information. He says, "Cool pic for you, fuck," and it's a picture of Richard Nixon. And now there's Richard Nixon on my fucking screen. What the fuck?
It's Tricky Dick.
Dick has entered the chat.
Well,
guys-
let's just
you
make
guys
one
are
thing
trolling
perfectly
me.
clear.
I'm not a crook.
Oh no. Let me get this email sorted. Fuck off.
Oh my god.
I had nothing to do with that.
Hang on, before you continue, are you sure you want dick pic on the screen?
Yes, we'll leave the dick pic up. It's not a BBC, so it's fine. We'll be fine with a big dick pic.
Hey, Jackal, where's your screen for me?
But
Oh god.
Anyway,
what I'm
knew
saying
that would be a
is
hit.
what we've seen when you've had multiple small groups of individuals try to gobble up land, resources, commodities, things like that. You can only protect so much. You can only hold so much and maintain and protect it. Let's say an organization buys 90% of the homes within a city and a community.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen to those 9,000 out of 10,000 homes in a small city. If they start to jack the price up, the people are either A, going to leave the city and abandon it completely, or B, the corporation that buys those pieces of property can only defend a certain number of them. What are they going to do when 90% of the property they own, they are incapable of defending and protecting? And when they start doing that, the board of directors for these organizations will be found out in a hurry. And put it this way, look at how you have trolls on the internet. You have people right now that can look at images of stars in movies and tell you it's wrong within 24 hours. Do you really think the board of directors of these organizations who try to remain anonymous and not have their personal information put out there, how long do you think their personal information is going to stay hidden when they all of a sudden become the people trying to hoard and push people in a certain way of life? It's not going to end well. Just to be perfectly clear.
Probably not.
It just goes to show men were not designed to take over everything.
Yeah.
Mankind was not meant to rule all. It just not gonna work, especially such a small group of people. There's enough for everybody to sustain themselves. But the second you have 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 greedy motherfuckers, sure, they can hold it for a little while, but eventually the pendulum's going to swing, and those resources that they were hoarding is going to start getting redistributed. Not to sound like a communist, but just take what you need to fucking live. Don't be that fucking guy that says, no, I want it all. That's not going to work. It just doesn't work.
Can I point one thing out real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Over the last 30 to 40 years, if not longer, this country has slowly switched from being a nation of actual laws to a two-tiered system where if you're above a certain income level, you essentially have one set of laws that only apply to you, as opposed to what applies to the rest of us. I don't remember what stand-up comic it was that said this is all a nasty club and you're not in it.
George Carlin.
But that's essentially what we've had happen over the last several years.
Yeah.
I just look at what's going on currently with certain political elements in this country, whether you agree with them or not. There's one group that can get away with saying some of the most reprehensible things known to man, and another group that says something that's just mildly spicy, and all of a sudden that other group is painted as being the type of people that Jackal is currently hunting on his video game.
Hey!
When did you become the Fawns?
What's that?
I said, when did Jackal become the Fawns?
Hey!
Anyone honestly say that I'm wrong on that?
No.
Nope, not at all. Not disagreeing one bit.
No, because what companies did you see suddenly get all of the government support, contracts, and jurisdiction to do whatever you pleased, even get personal access to slave labor to ensure that they would be able to meet all of the requirements of their government-provided contracts during World War II, in Germany specifically, just as an example.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to jump into another quick article here. We're about to head to our break here. I have a couple articles that I want to cover. Then we've got a couple little videos for the second half.
Slave labor.
Yeah, but let's see. Where is it? I've got so many buttons now. Is that it? Is that where I point this? Nope.
You're not at your old place.
Yes. Yes, I have to switch it around because everything's screwed up now that I've switched my studio. Yeah, it says online shopping has grown rapidly in the U.S., but most sales are still in stores. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Again,
No.
I want to point out, now that I'm pointing the wrong way again, I want to point out, you can't even see my hand. I need to... I want to point out, most of what you see in the mainstream news articles, as you can see here, without an enhance button, a lot of it's bullshit. A lot of it's propaganda.
I gave you $100, dude. Come on.
Okay, let me, here. We'll try it again. We'll try it again. We'll try it again. Here we go. Oh.
See?
Oh, look at
you
that.
See how that shit works?
It's working. It must have been the website, because that is actually working.
Himself.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Anyway,
That's what she
gave him
said.
$100 and the secret to enhance. What
Yes.
the fuck?
But look. My point here is that most of this, not this over here, it's over here now. Most of that is propaganda. But let's go through it really quick, shall
That's
we?
what she said.
God damn it. Thanksgiving, and more specifically Black Friday, is the semi-official start of the holiday shopping season in the United States. And if history is any guide, a lot of this year's holiday shopping will be done online and not just on Cyber Monday. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. If I had to choose, and not just on Black Friday, any day, if I had to choose going to Target or going to Amazon, so, or Walmart or whatever, just any box chain, big corporate store, right? If I had a choice between going to that or just opening an app on Amazon, scrolling through, all right, I need this, I need that cleaning supply, I need this vitamin. I don't have to I don't have to go to the store. I don't have to get in the car. I don't have to stand in the lines. I don't have to deal with the stupid people that don't know how to get the fuck out of my way when I'm just trying to get vitamin D, I don't have to worry about it. I can just put it in my cart and it comes right to my door. I'd much rather shop online personally. It's much more convenient than dealing with the idiots in the store, like I said. But that's just me. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think? Is it more convenient to shop online, or do you still prefer to go into the store and deal with all the assholes? And what's going on now? Something's going on now. Something's going on now. I don't approve. I don't know what's going on, but I don't approve.
Oh my God.
Okay.
YouTube chat.
Where?
Somebody's got assless chap.
I'm not seeing it. Who am
It's
I
not
looking
a
for?
super chat. Just look
Yeah,
for
who am I
anything
looking
Tom Davis.
Oh. You know what? Okay. Let's move on with the article. It's still over here, not over here. It's Friday. Welcome to Red Pill Rhino. I hope you're having a great time. I sure am not.
Living the dream.
Always. JMO, I'll go ahead and add you into the chat. I couldn't, I can't see it. I have to squint. Oh, wait, I could zoom because I learned how to enhance now. I have to squint to see some of your little avatars there on the screen because I've got split screen and I've got like 4 screens open. Anyway, that's not the point. Enhance. Welcome, Chamo, to the show. You are on the show. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Daddy.
Yeah, it's definitely a Friday. Damn it.
What I say?
Uh-huh.
But no, all that PayPal thing said was that I love you and I'm proud of you, and we don't talk as much as we should because somebody won't fucking say who doesn't answer their goddamn phone.
Well, that's not just, you, that's everybody. The phone is on Do Not Disturb like 24/7.
I get it, but I'm not everybody. I'm goddamn JMO.
Fair enough. But I have an asshole contractor that calls me for nothing but bad news, so I just keep it on Do Not Disturb. Anyway.
I scissor kick turkeys for this country.
I hate it here. I really do.
And yet you keep coming back.
I know.
And the funny thing is, you don't even notice it, but everybody seems to hate you too.
Thanks. I
don't
appreciate you so much. Can we get through this article that's over here now, please? Thank you.
All right. Shit, I never learned how to read.
Yeah. Read for us then. It should be interesting. Anyway, like retail sales, generally online shopping, reliability surges in the fourth quarter of every year. I need to take a break. In 2022, for example, Online sales, or as the U.S. Census Bureau calls them, retail commerce sales, totaled about $303 billion in October through December period. That was 23.4% higher than the quarterly average for the first 9 months of the year, which was $245 billion. All right, cool. But that's just not the dollar volume of sales that peaks in the fourth quarter. The online share of all retail sales ticks higher at year's end, too. In the fourth quarter of 22, for instance, online sales accounted for 16.3% of all retail sales. Oh, we've got another one. They just keep coming. All right. We also have Agent of Doubt in the show as well. Full house. It is a Friday night for sure. Agent of Doubt, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. I can hear you. Everything is good. Okay. So the fourth quarter of 2023 could be another big one for online shopping. Through the first 3 quarters of the year, retail e-commerce totaled $793 billion, or 14% of all retail sales. Okay. There you go. That's all I'm going to talk about that one. I do have another article to pop up really quickly, but I do want panel to respond first. Then we're going to go to break. So, yes, panel, back to you. What do you think? Is online still not taking over, or do you think that the mom and pop brick and mortar stores are hurting because of online shopping?
I think it's a hybrid.
Yeah. It's a hybrid. A couple of years ago, I saw a U.S. Federal Trade Commission report that said about 76 to 78% of all items sold on Amazon are actually being sold by counterfeiting companies that are violating patents, producing knockoffs of items of different businesses and undercutting it, as well as Amazon has gotten into multiple Federal Trade Commission lawsuits for actually selling people's items, third-party small business items that they've invented and created and hold the patents on, that Amazon has basically taken a version of it and had it made in China or somewhere else that doesn't authorize and honor U.S. patents. And then they turn around and they sell the Amazon branded version for less until they drive out the competition and drive that small business bankrupt. And then they go ahead and they jack the price to 2 or 3 times what the other company was selling.
Speaking of, that's something I heard. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Amazon is jumping into the health insurance game now too. Did you hear about that?
Oh, joy.
Uh-huh. So if they can outcompete everybody, put them all out of business, and then do exactly what you say, that's monopoly again, and take it in the ass. There you go. Back to you, panel.
Well, okay, I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to dance around this because I don't want to name the company and get you nuked. But there's a certain 4-letter app that has been getting advertised hot and heavy on YouTube and other things. That seems
Start with
to be
a T?
Yeah, that is
End with a U?
supposedly. Yeah.
Based in China, I don't give a fuck. Temu.
Well, okay. What I'm wondering is that just a Chinese knockoff version of Amazon, or
Yeah.
Now
listen.
No, Wish was the Chinese version of Amazon. Temu is the knockoff version of Wish.
Yeah. So listen. Actually, you probably remember a couple weeks ago when Billy told me that neon colors sucked in the '80s and they suck now. Do you remember that? Like, don't be a cuntosaurus hoodie I was wearing on the episode. I decided to give the Temu thing a shot. It was like a $5 hoodie, so I didn't care. So I bought the thing, and that's where it came from. So, is it a knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff made in China and cheaply made? And does it have no lining? Absolutely. Did I buy the hoodie because I like don't be a cuntosaurus? Yes, I did. So there you go. But yeah, they're like AliExpress, they're like Wish, they're like all of those.
Well, I was actually asking that question for a reason, because with people trying to go online for everything nowadays, we're gonna start seeing more of this kind of crap where you got some companies that put out reasonably good product, and they're going to start getting buried by people who are mimicking them, putting out absolute garbage.
I'm gonna actually push back on that slightly. Maybe some people. I'm not even spun up. Come on, I'm not in a loop.
We're getting you there.
Listen, maybe I might be checking myself into someplace after this episode. What was I going to say?
He'll be
Okay, let me
checking
finish.
himself
Let me
into the
finish.
strip club with that
Let me finish the
$100.
sentence, and then I'll just fuck off into the abyss. I don't even care anymore. Look, for a lot of people, they're still going to want quality products. For example, I got that hoodie because it's fun and I can only wear it on the weekend anyway. Who the fuck's going to wear that? Well, I could wear it to work, but maybe the last day I'll wear it to work, right? But I got it because it's fun, something I can wear when I'm going out grocery shopping, right? But, as a collector, I collect a lot of shit. Don't know if you could fucking tell or anything. I hate knockoffs. So you can get a NECA alien, like Xenomorph, like the movie. You can get an alien figure on Temu or AliExpress or whatever, and it's a knockoff. And when you get it, the jaw falls off, the leg pops out, and the paint chips off, and it's probably filled with lead. I cannot stand that shit. So
Like
most
my
people,
ex-girlfriend.
most people are savvy enough. They're still going to want, like, they're not going to want a knockoff Nintendo Switch, or a knockoff PlayStation. They're going to want the real thing. So I don't see that being an issue. It's just how they shop is going to change. They can pre-order on Amazon their PS6 when it comes out, and they don't have to worry about going in the store and fighting over one. So that's where I see things changing. But going to knockoff products, there's always going to be a market for that. So when it comes to like ceramics or resin or whatever, silks, like floral stuff or t-shirts, yeah, sure, knockoffs, who cares? But when it comes to electronics or important items, no, people aren't going to go down that road. I don't think. That's my speculation.
Oh, and one other thing I want to point out with the whole hybrid on the brick and mortar / online.
Mm-hmm.
The company that does Warhammer 40,000 miniatures and similar, Games Workshop, aka Warhammer, they've opened a series of stores here in the United States and in Europe just titled Warhammer.
Okay.
They're not necessarily a full-on retail space. They carry some of the product, but they follow more of the pattern of the old catalog stores, where you go in and, okay, you might want whatever widget just got released this week. They'll have 4 or 5 of them on the shelf, but then you have to go to the little kiosk if you get there after the 4 or 5 have been purchased, and place a special order for it, and it'll get there within a week. But I see a lot more of that coming back, to be honest with you.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Oh, no. You're good. I actually need to be in here right now because my son's in the hospital. He might have surgery here soon. I'm home with my daughter.
Ooh.
But the biggest thing that happens with Amazon, the reason why they're able to drive so many people out of business, when you don't license your product, when they're doing the same shit Walmart did. Why buy good-ass popcorn when I can get a great value knockoff? Because Walmart was selling food before they even had a food fucking license to do so, when they were making their own crap. All Jeffrey Bezos did, besides screw over his employees and screw over many companies here in the United States, is he's admitted to it on interviews, he searches the web for a hot-selling product, right? If it's not licensed or manufactured to be done only this way or it won't work, he goes in, he might change 1 or 2 dimensions, and then bam, he'll sell 80 million of them by the next morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at 4090 graphics cards, for instance. That's a good one, right? Amazon has their own brand of that. And you buy a 4090, well, you're into computers, Rhino. You know the price are like $1,200. You can go buy the Amazon brand for $400, and it'll last just as long. That's the issue with Amazon now. Like, what's the point of even doing in-store shopping? You can get a shopping cart, buy everything you want from the Walmart app, and just go sit in your car and pick it up. Nobody wants to do face-to-face anymore because when I worked with Walmartians, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the store name, so we're just going to go with Walmartians.
Yeah, you stick to that.
Okay.
That works.
So, when Black Ops 2 came out, right, one of my favorite games of all time, I got
You're
fucking...
aging yourself, sir.
I don't give a fuck. I got punched for not opening the fucking display case fast enough. And the best part is I got fired that night for returning blows. And selling a $3,200 TV for $15 with a random toy tag I found.
Yeah. I have to interrupt the stream momentarily to bring up a very important issue.
What?
It appears that in the last, hour and 14 minutes, Outlaw has not been allowed to speak because we haven't allowed him to sing. We haven't allowed him to sing. No, I know, but we haven't allowed you to sing, so you have taken a vow of silence. So I'm still not going to allow you to sing, but the choice is yours whether you want to contribute.
Okay.
Let's go, Sunflower.
That.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn.
He was going to talk. He's not going to talk now.
When the outsider is onto the joke, it's bad. That's goddamn.
Supposed to be a joke.
I was so kidding for that, Outlaw. I love you. You laughed at so much of my shit.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
That
you want to
hurts.
You want to get together and record a softcore porn together? Or? I'll let you sing all you want, baby.
All right. On that note, speaking of somebody else who's been quiet, how you doing? What are your thoughts on this, sir?
No one has any fucking money. Who the fuck are you kidding? Nobody has any money. Like boycotts and like making a political statement out of the fact that you don't have any money anyway. I mean, that's when life gives you AIDS, you make lemonade. What was the thing? Yeah. So like nobody has any money, so boycotts don't mean anything.
Now you're referring to a side of it that we haven't been talking much about. You're probably taking it from the ban Black Friday because of Palestine. That's probably what you're referring to, right?
Yeah, and price gouging.
Yeah. There's that.
Inflation happens, and stores use it as an excuse to just raise prices just because they're greedy and they're posting record profits, and yet they have to raise these prices above what people can afford. And so people are saying, "Fuck it, we're going to boycott these huge businesses." But then, when little Susie wants that fucking PlayStation 6, you're going to fucking shell out whatever the fuck they're charging.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
you're not wrong.
And unfortunately, I don't know if Agent of Doubt shares the same opinion I do. Oil and gas companies control the world, and they control the prices on everything. Despite what many people believe, it's not just a store at that point. Once oil goes down, food and clothing goes up. Once gas goes up, everything readily becomes more available, and it's the name of the game. They found a way to capitalize on every single angle of the ecosystem that it comes to trade and profit.
Oil and gas does not explain why a box of Legos costs $200 fucking dollars.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking absurd.
Fucking Legos.
Agreed.
Well, when I was a kid, you could get 500 Legos for $15.
Right. It ain't like that now.
I just
Like,
placed an order
my son
tonight.
picked out a Star Wars thing because he's fucking huge into that.
Yeah.
But, he got the, what's that, Rhino, what's that big-ass ship from Empire? Not the action...
Look at the nerd, because the nerd would know.
It's the slowest one, but it was the biggest one.
The Star Destroyer to the Death Star.
Yes, the Star Destroyer.
Technically moves.
The Executor class Super Star Destroyer.
God,
yeah, there you
go.
go.
Nerd. Go to the bigger nerd.
All right, bigger nerd. So, I got him this Lego set, and the sad part is this like, it's not even a fucking antique. It's not like some poor Indonesian kid made it in '95. It was made in 2020.
And you're talking about those new edition Lego kits that are supposed to be the super limited edition or whatever.
Yeah, and those motherfuckers are $300 a pop.
Oh, the Millennium Falcon's like $800 if you want that one. So
the Death Star is $1,200.
That is so stupid.
They've done something weird where they've started doing quote unquote true scale.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to continue picking on the Executor because I actually saw that today, and I think this is so stupid. They engineered the kit where you have the Super Star Destroyer itself, plus 2 or 3 of the smaller Star Destroyers that are supposed to be true scaled to the big one.
Mm-hmm.
And they made them so damn tiny that the Star Destroyers themselves look like mini kits from years ago.
Well, sorry.
No, I wanted to point this out. This is the first time I've seen this happen, and thank you, sir. We have a new member. He seems to have been a longtime viewer. I've seen him around for a while, but LS420 Stoner, he's a new member over on YouTube, and his comment there was, "I think I'm one of the biggest nerds here." We'll have to have you on one of these days, sir. But thank you for joining. I really appreciate that, man. That's the first time. I think you are the first official member. So,
what does one get with a membership?
Right now, I'm going to have to start that up. I wasn't originally going to do it, but we're going to do some
blocked
content.
phone calls.
We're going to do blocked phone calls. That's my first level. You have to go to the third level to get the phone call unblocked. Anyway, you do get emojis and stickers that you can use in the chats and everything, which is kind of basic, but it's fun because it's like the catfish and the Bronto squirrel, stuff like that. And then we're going to start doing some not safe for YouTube videos that you'll be able to check out as well, or behind the scenes footage. So,
Agent.
After parties?
Yes, we're going to start doing that. I've had it up to here with hearing you guys say you want it, and I haven't done it, so we're going to start doing that eventually. But it's going to have to. We are going to have to edit some of that just in case any thing that shouldn't be even there. You know what I mean? Like if there's any private information, we'll have to edit that out. But yeah, you might get to check out our after parties as a member for sure.
But going off what Agent of Doubt said, the $200 Lego crap. You know what else has gone up that I don't understand?
What's
and that? Rhino knows because I'm a fellow nerd as well. But I used to collect comic books like a lot, and I have some decent ones. But I went in there to get a comic book that I thought, which I already owned. I just wanted to get another copy for my son, right?
Yeah.
So, I get on old eBay because, unfortunately, if you want to know real prices, that's just the best site to go because they sell like 40 million of them a year.
Yep.
New Mutants 98, even for the somewhat decent grade I have, is like an $800 book.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know about anything that egregious, but I do know your pain. I was actually looking for this one here. This is a Kevin Eastman. He finally came back and worked with this company. This is IDW Comics, right? And this is issue number 8, volume number 8.
Yeah, The Last Ronin.
No, not The Last Ronin. This is just the regular series. This book, for whatever reason, new. I got it used because fuck buying it new. But this new is running $85. It's a comic book. $85 for something that thick. I'm absolutely like, what the hell? So I got it for $15 used. I don't care. I don't care if it's used.
Well, but I mean, it's asinine because these are things that we destroyed as kids. I mean, I got, I think 30 cased comics just because I cared enough about them. I paid $5,000 and didn't do cocaine so I could go to the conventions and then did cocaine there.
See, this is why we're not monetized ever.
Oh, sorry. So I go and I get them autographed and I get them graded and then I get them sent back. But the issue I have now is it could be a crap comic, right? Let's just say it's a comic I made.
Right.
Thanks for the support on that one, fellas. So anyway, so if I autograph it, somehow it quintuples the damn price on it. Like, I can understand a comic for $1,000 being signed by Stan Lee. Like, I understand that completely.
Speaking of things that were autographed, some of us are lucky. Some of us are very fucking lucky. We gotta get back on the rails. We've gone far off, but some of us, I might be the only one actually, have an autographed April Saunders photo. Yeah.
I have one too.
You do not.
How much do you want to bet? I will turn on my camera right now.
You don't. I know you don't.
All right.
I know you don't.
Oh my God. Starting camera.
No.
Are you ready?
No.
Yeah, you're right. I was just going to flash in my nuts.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Black cocks or something.
That's right. You know what? Speaking of things that are not what they seem, regarding April back there, I'm going to leave it at that for anybody that doesn't know. Let's go ahead and take a break. We've got a couple songs here, and it came to my attention that Crusader Nate hated the 90s.
What?
See, I gotta be dramatic. I can't just be like he didn't like something. He hated the 90s.
That's blasphemous.
So he didn't
sucked.
He didn't like Audio Slave or Soundgarden or Nirvana
those guys.
or any of that. Apparently.
Hold on. Soundgarden sucked. I'll give everybody that, but don't crap on Nirvana. They had like one good song.
Anyway, the point here is, and this is not our break. This is just a couple songs. Then we'll do the break. Then we'll get into the rest of the show and call it a night. We're gonna keep it short. So help me God. Police are there for somebody. There was some loud knocking. Whoever has the knocking, please mute your mic. Thank you. All right.
Probably Jackal.
I'm going to go ahead and mute Jackal for Jackal then.
We caught you and your sister. We know you're in there.
It's not me. It's not me.
I'll just say, you know what?
Who is it?
Nirvana. I don't know. But all I
probably a '90s cop coming to whoop someone's ass for saying they hate Nirvana.
Crusader, go ahead and jump on in there.
No, but what I'll say is, I was never a fan of the alternative rock stuff in the 90s. But the one thing about Nirvana is, they did go out with a bang.
Oh, literally. God.
Dude,
I've seen the autopsy photo. Oh, God.
Okay,
oh, jeez.
Somebody fill me in.
We're not ever getting monetized on any of these shows, ever.
Oh, God.
Kurt Cobain shot himself with a 12 gauge.
He peeled his face off with a 12 gauge.
Yeah,
some people still call it his greatest hit.
Yes. And I would agree.
On that, in your style.
God.
That was actually absolutely awesome.
That was epic.
That was. And now that's why I said, now you guys see why I say Billy Von Bomb is the man, the myth, and the legend.
What if I told you there's more?
I know there's more.
Please don't do it again.
We're doing it again.
That's what she said.
But Crusader, we won him over. It seems like he liked the first one. Let's see if he likes Black Hole. And if I'm correct, it's Black Hole Sun. Let's find out. We're going to find out together live right now.
I actually heard a parody of this song, and I will mention it in the after party.
Fair enough.
Because it's not going to be YouTube friendly.
Nothing has been YouTube friendly that we've talked about tonight. I don't know how we're still live. Let's kick on Red Bull Run Alive. I hope you've enjoyed it thus far. That was fantastic. I want to see more of those.
Oh, God.
First of all, Crusader, your final thoughts on that. How do you feel about 90s music now? Any improvement at all?
That's actually the best version of most of that I've heard.
I know. That was fantastic. Finally, Billy.
Yes.
How the fuck do you pull this shit off?
Well, that was AI generated, so it was a little flat, and it was a little pitchy here and there. But yeah, I used a computer and stuff to make that.
How do you get like the orchestra and the band and
well, that's like you got to make some payoffs. So if you want to contribute to me, you can look me up on Cash App.
Somebody's sister got whored out.
Head over. Do you have a donation link on your website?
Too?
Yeah.
Of course.
Head over to billyvonbomb.com. Also, if you'd like to support him by buying some merch, head over to redpillrhino.com, of course. Scroll all the way to the bottom and pick up your squirrel shirt, or, of course, everybody's favorite around here is the Bronto Lives Matter, hashtag Bronto Lives Matter shirts. I think you have some other pretty cool stuff up, too. Last I checked, I don't know if it's in it, but it's been updated since I last looked. But, yeah, support Billy. Come on. He does awesome work. I don't fucking know anybody else with his level of talent in this community. The shit that he has done on these shows is absolutely phenomenal. And that one is just the icing on the cake. That was perfect. Especially
and I think I
after
made a
some
new fan in Jamo. Jamo's like,
I think so. But
dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I have creamed thighs right now, and
there you go.
it's like I just walked through a field of muff.
Oh,
and
God.
and Barbara Bush was there.
Wow.
Lifting heavy boulders.
So wait a minute. So both you and Rhino have a thing for the old folk? Is that what I'm putting together?
Listen.
Stop it right the fuck now. You stop
We'll go
it.
with that.
Hold on. I wasn't even going to say anything wrong, Ryan. Just let me. Can I answer his question?
Sure.
The answer is yes.
Did you guys
There you
do
go.
you guys go out on on a Saturday night and cruise the old folk home?
God damn.
Listen, what I like to do is I like to sneak in, right? And I put potatoes in their underwear so it looks like they shit themselves.
So wait a minute. Okay.
So you
guys
have a
work in
reason
tandem?
to
Wait
change
a
the
minute.
diaper.
I hate it here. I fucking hate it here.
Because to me, nothing is hotter than a semi-wet diaper on an old bitch. I gotta tell you.
Okay.
So
Well,
Rhino tells you where to go, right? Because
I don't know if I
he
want to
visits
entertain
these
this
places
anymore.
all the time, and then you sneak in through the back door or whatever.
Oh God, no, they're deaf. You could just go right through the window.
You know what's shocking? I find the audience retention, those of you still watching, this is one of the highest audience retention numbers I've had in a long time, and I can't explain it. It's nothing but debauchery. But thank you. Fantastic. Thank you for sticking around. Speaking of musical talent, we are going to take a quick break.
Wait, are we done with the old bitch talk?
Yeah, no, we're done. I'm going to clear my head. I did quit drinking, but I don't really need a liver, do I? I'm going to take a quick break.
You're not coming on the next rhino hunt.
I got nothing. Look, we've got a wonderful member of our community. His name's Jeffrey Paul. He does awesome stuff. You can find his music on iTunes, Spotify, and of course his channel, Jeffrey Paul, on YouTube. Please check him out. I got to get the fuck out of here and get a mental health check. Maybe I'll hand this over to Crusader. I'm headed to the asylum. I'll see you guys either in 4 minutes or whenever I get out. I'll see you soon. All right, we are back. I'm going to jump into the next article. We've got a couple little videos here as well. You shut your goddamn mouth while I'm talking, sir. We've just got a couple articles left, a couple little videos to react to. Maybe some will be good, some won't. It's TikTok. We're going to pull a couple from there.
Oh shit! I thought I was muted. Hey, you guys have a good night. I actually, muted. My bad. I'm on my. I got to go see my kiddo in the hospital.
Okay,
so
understood.
You guys
understood,
take it easy. Have a good night.
Prayers are with him.
All right.
Prayers are with him.
Thank you.
Hope everything goes well. That's never a fun time. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Anyway, that kind of brought it down a little bit, but we will continue on, and I will find out from him. Hopefully no bad news, and I'll let you guys know. But yeah, we've just got a couple more of these Black Friday articles here. Let's get this one pulled up. Sorry about the fan
no
noise.
more Billy music.
No, the Billy music is what makes the show, man. I'm telling you, that was the best part. That was the highlight.
Right now, give me the screen so I can cut a promo for Billy music.
Cut a promo?
Yeah. I want to give him a free ad.
Well, I'd have to download this episode. Or are you saying the video itself?
Just put me on the screen.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Hang on. Here we go.
Oh God, this is gonna be crazy.
Focus.
Billy Von Bon music is the soundtrack to Prison Rape.
It's not that bad, man.
Oh my god!
What the fuck? God damn it!
We have an article.
Yeah.
Billy, you've got to fight back a little bit. That was a little harsh.
Who is this guy?
This is Agent of Doubt.
Who?
Agent of Doubt, sir.
Oh.
Again, who?
No, we're talking about your music, dude, not the Who.
Maybe I'll do one of those songs next.
Oh yeah,
Please do.
No.
Please do.
No.
Teenage Wasteland.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'll
All right,
run
let's
it through the AI.
please do anything to just melt his brain at this point. That's what I want to see more of. I might have to interrogate you and get some information out of you. See if I
Well,
can
he
find a
hasn't seen the
playlist that you
Hillary
really like.
deepfakes yet.
Oh no, he
Deepfakes
hasn't.
yet.
Oh god.
The Hillary deepfakes are bad.
You
ever
guys
seen
why would you make deepfakes of someone you hate?
You ever seen Hillary twerking?
Yes.
We do it for Dems like you.
To discredit her.
Just for you.
God.
All right, I'm gonna
Give you
stop
a little
harassing him
spank
for a minute.
material.
Yikes.
Fuck.
All right. We've already lost all hopes of monetization long ago, so I'm just going to go ahead and play what's on the screen here.
Fuck, bitch, you got your $100.
This year's Black Friday appeared somewhat subdued compared to years past as shoppers sauntered into U.S. department stores after the Thanksgiving holiday. With many consumers squeezed by persistent inflation and high interest rates, U.S. holiday spending is expected to rise at the slowest pace in 5 years. Brokerage firm TD Cowen lowered its U.S. holiday spending estimate, saying it would grow by just 2 to 3% versus its previous estimate of 4 to 5%, as it forecast flat Black Friday traffic. But that could be because shoppers have already taken advantage of October and November deals, says Eric Matisoff, an analytics and data science expert at Adobe.
He's an expert.
So retailers and
That guy's a
consumers
cunt.
already are having a great holiday season. So yesterday, consumers purchased more than they've ever purchased before. We saw $5.6 billion of purchases and products yesterday bought.
Sounds like he sucks
And then
dick.
that's a
Dude,
5.5%
he purchased
increase
a
from
bunch
year
of
over year
cum in
last
his
year.
ass.
This couple from London, expecting the usual mad rush, was surprised to find they were first in line at Macy's in New York.
They were the only ones in line.
To get here for 5 because we knew it opened at 6 and there's literally no one here. I'm really shocked.
I'm surprised I didn't get
Happy that we're
mugged.
first.
The rise of online shopping has also reduced the importance of Black Friday as a single-day event. Despite warnings from some retailers of a wary consumer, a record 130.7 million Americans were expected to shop in stores and online on Black Friday this year, according to estimates from the National Retail Federation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you need to know on that topic. Back to you, panel.
I'm just gonna keep killing Nazis.
Well, it's like you were talking before, how they, like in what they were saying in that thing, is people have already done their shopping in October and November, maxed out their cards, and it's going to be it's not. They're not. You're going to see a lot of retailers close up after this holiday season, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
You mean like they were supposed to in the first place?
I have actually a question. Maybe you guys know the answer to. I have noticed every single Joe's Crab Shack in every city that there is a Joe's Crab Shack is shut down. Are they bankrupt? Did they go out of business, or am I missing something?
I haven't seen one of those in 20 years.
I was in one once, and it smelled like Hillary's crotch. Not that it smelled
God,
like
you know this how?
It was awful.
The fact that you know what her crotch smells like is just...
I'm imagining.
Why? Why?
Why?
I'm going to bleach my eyes and my ears now.
No, I'd say probably smells closer to 90 proof nasty Pelosi.
Oh, God,
So
it's
Rhino,
worse.
got a question for you.
So it's a corpse.
Sure.
I don't know if you covered it since I came in late. Do you guys think that maybe some of this lackluster of Black Friday shopping is people understand that they're not getting the cheapest prices? These have been sales going on for a little bit. Then they get back to regular price just before Black Friday, then go back to the sale price.
That might be part of it, in my opinion. Everybody's fucking broke. That's my real answer.
I think, yeah, the hyperinflation and everybody doesn't have their spending power has been significantly reduced over the last 3 years. I think that plays a bigger part of it, but also people just realizing that this is a racket and more and more people are illuminated and they're not participating.
Speaking of things that have been consistently reduced, no, I just want really quickly, our numbers on YouTube are considerably lower than usual, but what is higher is Rumble. So I want to thank the audience for making the jump over to Rumble, because I have a feeling, as I told you in last night's episode, I do not know how long YouTube is going to allow us to even remain a channel, especially going into an election cycle in which censorship is always on the rise during that cycle. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
I have something to share.
Oh, well, I was gonna hold on.
Go ahead, Billy.
We'll get to you. Hold on. So, as Sean was saying, so things have been not so great in the last 3 years. So I was going to ask Adrian now, why you think that is? You can put him on the screen now.
Oh, I'm working on it.
There you go.
So for the last 3 years,
yeah,
I would say it was the stimulus, creating more inflation and stagnant wages, higher prices. That's it. I put in the doobly-doo for Ryan to pop up. There's a map of all the locations of Joe's Crab Shack, and we used to have some in Colorado. And on I-25, we used to have a place called Landry's, which is actually the parent company of Joe's Crab Shack. It's like the high-end version of it that Ryan would never eat at. But they're closed too. They sold their building, and so they're out of the state too. So yeah, it's not just him. They're closing down locations.
Yeah, I've eaten at Landry's, and they had good food, but it was expensive.
You got out of that question real easy with your little map.
Gloss over things.
Yeah.
So you think it was just the stimulus?
Hot seat.
I think it was already in the works as far as the direction things were headed, but the stimulus made it twice as bad.
Oh, so it was the previous administration, is what you're saying?
No, it was Reagan, is what I'm saying. Ooh. Look at the chart between wages and corporate profits, and you'll see that it all started with Reagan, and every president since then has just been keeping the same policies going.
So your guy's good.
No,
he's doing good right now.
No one has done good since 1980.
No. We're not. Your guy in charge. You think he's doing good?
I don't think he's doing anything but sleeping. You think he hasn't appointed people to do the work for him? He takes naps. That's what he fucking does.
Well, and poops his diapers.
He's basically running the whole. He's in charge. He's like the CEO, right?
I don't even think he has the muscle to be able to poop his diapers. He just lets the poop fall out of the anus because he doesn't have the
soft serve.
Yeah, he does not have the force to be able to poop his own diapers.
Crusader, that was terrible.
He's fucking old.
So then, why did you vote for him?
You know what? It was one of those anti-Trump things. It was one of those. It was.
Okay, let's not get into the anti-Trump
derangement. But when Biden got the nomination, to me, that was the day that everyone lost. Like, there was no good option after that.
But you still voted for him.
No, I actually voted against the other guy. I voted for him. It's like when nobody really wanted to vote for Hillary. and they just like held their nose if they did vote for her. Nobody fucking likes the nominees from the Democratic Party. They really can't fucking stand them.
So then why are you part of why are you part of it? If you can't stand the people you're voting for, why are you part of the thing you're voting for?
Well, I happen to be one of those lefties that is not currently a member of the Democratic Party. But the question of like why would I be a lefty is a lot deeper. But why would I vote for the party that's center right versus far right? In my opinion.
Wait, you think the Democratic Party is center?
Yes.
Hold on,
absolutely.
I'm gonna jump in I'm gonna jump in for 2 seconds. Normally, I wouldn't allow it. I'm gonna allow it. We're gonna give a few minutes to both of these guys.
I was gonna say you're walking on thin ice here, buddy.
I'm aware.
When the tragedy in Israel happened on October 7th, Joe Biden stands up and is like, "We're going to support Israel," and all of the people who are on the ground in his party are like, because they're the ones that are doing these free Palestine protests everywhere. They're looking up at their guy, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on? Why can't we have anyone who actually represents left issues?" It's because in this country, the Overton window has moved so far to the right that people who are actual leftists have no option. What, Jill Stein? You want me to vote for Jill fucking Stein? She's never going to win. She's not even going to get 2%.
Yeah, but you're still voting for him. You're still registered Democrat, right? Your party has left you, my friend. They're not center anymore. Maybe you are center, or you think you're center, but your party ain't center no more. Your party is not the party you remember.
No, I think I'm very far left, and the party that I'm looking at is very much right of where I am and where all of the millennials and Gen Z are.
Are you referring to classical liberalism? Is that what you're referring to?
Just their stance on everything. Backing the corporate donors who donate to both parties that are in power, as if it's like, well, they're just going to hedge their bets. They don't care who wins because they own both of them. That's far right of where I am and where a lot of people are these days. And so, yeah, to call him my guy is like, man, we would have wanted anybody else. And then, like, the only way they can get away with putting up Joe Biden in that last election was because he was up against Trump, because the alternative was so bad. We're ready to, hand over the keys to, basically the dynasty of Obama. You got the Bushes, and you've got, the Clintons and the Obamas dynasty. And it's like, can we have anything else except for, I hate to say it, but in this case, I fucking hate dinosaurs. I want anything else but dinosaurs. I'm on the Red Pill Rhino show, and I'm saying, don't vote for dinosaurs.
What the fuck do you have against my people?
Are you more in line with, say,
Joe Biden is a dinosaur?
So are you more in line with the younger part of your party, like the AOCs?
I would say so.
We're going to wrap this up. I'm going to put a 2-minute warning on this one. So
even she has let me down.
Final 2 minutes. I'm going to leave it between those two for now. Final 2 minutes warning on that.
I would say the movement that spawned the Justin Stems that put people like AOC in power. I feel for them, but it seems like everybody, when they get to office, they seem to fall in line with supporting corporate needs. And we see prices go out of control and nobody can afford anything, even to fucking buy their food. I'm eating cup of noodles, motherfucker. You know,
yeah, a lot of
and
people
enjoy
are,
it. You will own nothing and enjoy it.
That's yeah. We've talked about. I think that was before you jumped on. So are you going to vote for your guy again? Just out of curiosity.
I am crossing my fingers that we don't have to get there, because there's in the next year, you know, at least a 33% chance that he won't even make it to that day. But you know, then who would represent, you know, anything on the left? Nothing that's in line to take his place. So until the day where I have to, because it's been narrowed down to him, no. But on that day when it's choose that or something even farther from my interests, I hold my nose and pull the lever.
All right. And on that note, we're going to pull it.
Hang on, Rhino, I want to
I will give the platform to you guys to make a quick response. It needs to stay short. We need to get through the episode. This was a tangent. I allowed it because it's an interesting discussion, and I don't want to take away from that discussion, but I also have to keep this thing on the rails a bit. So, in under 60 seconds, please, if you'd like to give a response on the panel, starting with MGTOW Mando.
Okay, Agent Adele, I'm going to ask you a question because you just used some bad verbiage on something that happened very recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you to go into the Wayback Machine to when Obama was in office.
Okay.
Was the Fort Hood shooter terrorism or workplace violence? Yes or which was it? This is not a think about it question. It was one or the other. Which was it?
I'm actually not familiar with the.
You're not familiar with when Major Hassan shot up a bunch of his fellow service members on Fort Hood, and the guy
I vaguely remember it, but
and the guy that represented your interests did not call it what it was.
Did he leave some sort of manifesto behind it?
He was taken alive.
He was taken alive, and so he was able to speak for himself as to whether.
And he stood trial. It was Islamic related, but your guy in office, by your own words, called it workplace violence. Do you agree with that?
Not in an exclusionary sense. I mean,
yes or no?
I would count it as workplace violence, but it also as terrorism. And more so, more appropriately, terrorism.
One or the other.
Okay. Well, we're not gonna keep going down this. We're not gonna keep going down this road.
It's both.
No.
All right. I'm gonna pull it. If anybody else has any questions, again, under 60 seconds, and we're not gonna start creating an attack on the platform. That is not something I want. Anybody else? Otherwise, I'm gonna jump in the article. Going once. Going twice. And gone. Cool. On that note, we do have over on Rumble, I am not ignoring you guys, just had that come up, so I wanted to give that a little bit of time. Cliff3188 for $20 over on Rumble. Evening, Jim. Gents, hope you're all having a great after Turkey Day. I spent the whole day with my family at the theme park. It's been a testosterone-fueled epic weekend so far. My 2 brothers and 5 nephews. One half, that's one of 2, okay. He sends another $20. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that. And one female, one of my brother's wife, so 8 against 1. It's been fighting, foul mouths, and fornication and fart jokes, all at my sister-in-law's chagrin. Hope you're all well. Stay awesome. I'm glad you guys are enjoying that, and same to you. Happy after Thanksgiving Day, also known as Black Friday. I hope you have a great weekend, man. And again, thank you for the donations, $40 total. I really appreciate that. Anyway, we got to wrap up this show, and I felt some tension walk in the room, and that sucks. It really does suck. But we're going to move past that. I enjoyed that this was a fun show up until that point. We will have an after party. You guys are more than welcome to discuss this in the after party at length. That's what the after party's for. Like I said, I normally wouldn't. Jackal. I wouldn't normally allow that. I platformed it for a minute because there were some interesting questions, but we're going to table it and move on. So, on that note, let's just go into the TikTok, man. We've done enough articles. Let's see what TikTok has to say about Black Friday briefly. Then we'll get out of here. If I can get it to load properly.
We're never going to see a Black Friday like this ever again.
There is no one here.
So as y'all probably know, Black Fridays of the past were some of the most wild events ever. People would line up by the hundreds outside of a random Target in the middle of nowhere just to get a good deal on Black Friday. Every year during Black Friday, there would be multiple viral videos like this, where you would just see tons of people fighting over TVs and electronic. But now in 2023, this is what Black Friday at stores looks like. Virtually
Empty.
Nobody lines up for deals anymore, and if you go inside almost any store on Black Friday, it feels like you're just in that store on any other day of the week. Now, one of the biggest reasons this is happening is, of course, because of the internet, but there's also the fact that stores don't seem to care about Black Friday as much as they used to. Personally speaking, I get games on Black Friday, and a lot of the game deals I saw this year were either the same exact as last year, or just simply not a big enough discount to care. There's also the fact that most people are struggling right now, and they would rather have a Black Friday for grocery shopping rather than for TVs, toys, and electronics. Now, even though Black Friday has changed forever, and it'll probably never be like this ever again, there is still a special place in...
Right. And he's not wrong. I don't know what the hell just happened to my volume. It shot up. If you have background noise right now, please don't make me mute you. Please mute yourself. Yeah, no, I think, honestly, I would much rather have a Black Friday grocery deal than I would useless fucking electronics. I mean, look around. I got everything I fucking need. I don't know about you, but I don't need any more materialistic junk, but being able to fill my refrigerator, that would be nice. I mean, you know, just saying, I'm going to have to go through this. Crusader, could you jump in for a minute? Give your thoughts on this. I got to clean some stuff up here. Stand by.
Yeah, sure, problem. All right, well, we'll get a few little house cleaning things taken care of here. Rusty Rivers, see we got a $50 donation. Wow, man. Thank you. I know Rhino's probably a little surprised at the way you guys have been standing up, donating, and doing everything. This is the season of giving. You guys are giving a lot. I'll say on behalf of Rhino and everybody on the panel, thank you very much. I guess I'm going to have to start pressuring him and putting the screws to him so that he will put something together like a We're Not Worthy or come up with something else. So we'll, I know that's Pop's thing, but we may have to come up with something else to do for such generous donations like that.
Are you asking you want me to make one?
Oh, I'm I'm not directly asking, but maybe within the next year I may be approaching you on something like that. But no pressure, no hurry, no worry. And if you're willing and able to with your schedule and time. But there's
maybe we can I could do like a deep fake of him as like Kunta Kinte being like no,
please
never
don't
mind. Forget it.
A
wild thought.
Yeah, I'll go out and I'll try to find some little short video clips or something that we can't see if we can't fake him into, and I'll send something your way. I mean, we all know that I would never come up with anything that would make him look bad.
No, that wouldn't happen. By the way,
I wouldn't come up with an idea like that.
I just saw that. Thank you so much, Rusty, for the $50 donation. The closest thing I have is a Thug Life, and you certainly earned it, sir. So let me slap that up there. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, sorry about that. Those of you watching, thank you for sticking through. Let me check something here really quick while we're still in the midst of it. Looks like audience retention actually is pretty well. You probably saw my butthole pucker a little bit more than I wanted it to on the show tonight, but you know, shit happens. And we do this live, so you never know what's going to happen. And that's kind of the fun of doing this. There is a little bit of pressure involved, and sometimes things do get hot and heavy. That's what she said, right? Anyway, so I appreciate you sticking through. Thank you for watching. We are going to wrap up here. I think, yeah, we might as well wrap up. We've talked about the Black Friday thing. I think we've got it now out of the way. I think we all know the answer. The economy is fucked, and I don't think anybody can afford it. I think it would be, like I said, a Black Friday on groceries, maybe clothing. Something that makes sense and not brand name shit, like just fucking pants, so Outlaw can finally afford a pair.
Hanes t-shirts.
Yeah. By the way, Outlaw, you have been like the quietest squirrel ever this evening. Are you doing okay over there? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll check back on him a little later.
Passed out. Speaking of squirrels, I got a quick
dreaming
story.
about squirrels.
Check this story out. So I went out just for like 5 minutes today because I didn't want to deal with anybody in their shopping bullshit. Yeah. And it was like there's a weird smell in my car. When I got back home, I popped the hood and a fucking squirrel had built a nest in my engine bag night. And this thing was like heavy duty. Like that squirrel must have been running back and forth into the woods for the leaves. I mean, it took me 20 minutes to clean it out. So you squirrels, I'll tell you.
Billy?
Hell no.
One suggestion.
Yeah.
Warfarin.
Okay.
What is warfarin?
It's a blood thinner.
Yep.
You just put it in the squirrel's stuff?
Nope. It's a pest control thing for rats. They eat the grain and they bleed out.
Oh God.
That's great stuff, man. I'm telling you.
What do you think about that, Outlaw?
Awful. He might still
Outlaw's
be
asleep.
Yeah, because when I unmuted him there for a second, it was just silence.
I mean,
yeah, I left for a second and I came back and I was muted. What happened?
You can still unmute yourself, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were talking about how Tommy wants to kill your brethren.
Yeah, and the only reason you were muted is because I heard something somewhere from someone that was going crash and bang, and I didn't want the audience to lose their hearing. But I don't know who it was, so I just muted everybody. Yeah. But yeah, no, they were talking about killing squirrels, so.
Yeah, Tommy was. I wasn't talking.
I just mentioned something to take care of the problem. Warfarin.
If you're using warfarin to kill a squirrel, you're not invited to Thanksgiving, motherfucker, because your fucking aim must be so bad that I don't want you using my toilet.
Wow.
Well, I shit on the floor, so it's okay.
All right.
We've seen his room, so that's pretty. I think that's pretty close to the truth there. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you all to have watched to this point. Numbers have stayed steady the whole way through. I have no idea how. Maybe it was a comedy. Maybe it was watching my butthole pucker. I don't know anymore. But thank you.
Tommy paid you $100 Tommy paid you $100 to watch your butthole pucker.
Yeah.
Oh man, and his butthole went.
Well, he probably could have made a dime in there. But you know what? I have another idea. Maybe it's not just you. Maybe it may be the overwhelming, charming personalities of the panel member you have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was about to be a nuclear holocaust in the panel here tonight. But anyway, let's go with final thoughts. Starting with you, Crusader.
All right. Well, that's probably gonna put a smile back on your face. I know we always start off all these shows where I say like I'm just living the dream. So I'll tell you what. Why don't the rest of you guys just keep living the dream? Happy holiday season. Enjoy the rest of the year. Hope everybody had fun yesterday, and keep living the dream out there.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's move over to Tommy D. Ron Jeremy. Your final thoughts,
You see me now? You see me now?
Sleeping.
Yes. The hedgehog is sleeping.
We got a hedgehog, a squirrel.
Answered the phone. Yes. No, I don't really have any I want to thank everybody for making their opinions known. Because this is how we create a bridge and create ways to come together. And what happened tonight, yes, almost went thermonuclear because a lot of people were getting a little bit associated with some pretty weird ideas, if you will, but they aren't weird. They're real.
Yeah.
And we have to confront them directly. We have to talk about it. That's all I got to say about it.
Fair enough. All right. We're going to move on to Outlaw, the quietest squirrel in the West. Your final thoughts, sir?
Well, since we're talking about Black Friday, it's basically because see if you can follow my logic here. The technology that we had 15 years ago was more revolutionary than we have now in a way. So everything that you could get the years ago when Black Friday was still a thing, you've got in your hands now on your phone, laptop. You don't have to go to the store anymore and buy an MP3 player or a big screen TV much. You got all that on your phone. Or you see what I'm saying?
That is a good point. I didn't even
consider that. On the same day.
And two, being an urban explorer, I've kept up with this for several years. The big box retail is actually going by way of the dinosaur. You're welcome, Rhino.
Yeah.
And online, whether people agree with it or not, online is pretty much the underlying reason why Black Friday is no longer a thing. If you don't have to get in your car and drive 30 minutes to the nearest mall and risk being shot or risk being robbed or kidnapped, you can do it from the safety of your own home, right? So
perfect.
You can order online at your convenience, your leisure. You can order food. Hell, you can order anything now online. So Black Friday is also going to go by way of the dinosaur simply because there's no longer a need to physically get out and get what you want anymore. You have somebody deliver it to your door. So, in a way, it's a good thing, but in another way, it's actually a bad thing because it's taken a lot of these jobs away from a lot of people in these big box retailers. But
yeah,
what do you say? I mean, progress, right?
You could call it that, but I don't know if that's the right word. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty solid final thought. Kind of sad, but true. Let's get Jackal's final thoughts as he is exploring the underrealms of the 304. I don't know. That's quite a large cavern, so that's my thought. Jackal, what are your final thoughts, sir?
Unmute that dumbass.
I got him. Can you hear me now? Jackal, final thoughts?
No.
No. Okay, fine.
Okay.
We'll move right along. That's it.
That was easy.
All right. Where were we at? Let's go ahead and get MGTOW Mando. Your final thoughts this evening, sir.
When it comes to Black Friday, I avoided it for years by just buying stuff for people months in advance of Black Friday.
Good idea.
And I see no reason, whether it's being done online, over the phone, over the internet. Well, that is online. I don't see any reason why that needs to change. If there's something or some widget that you're really wanting that badly that you're waiting for a sale, just look for it on the different platforms that are available to you. You're going to find it somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. All right. Sean, St. Alaskan George, the bravest polar bear puncher in the world. How are you doing this evening, sir? Your final thoughts?
I'm still running from the polar bear. Which, that's why I missed out on Black Friday today, because I'm still running. And like I said earlier, it feels like it's more of a racket, more of a scam. These sales go on all year round. it's also like a time for them to clear inventory.
Mm.
So you're not exactly getting the great deal that I think Black Friday used to be about. It's just another way for retailers to convince you to part with money in your wallet,
Mm-hmm.
of
Yeah,
which
I
you
would agree.
don't need to on needless things. So
Yeah.
if you don't need it, save up for it, then go buy it. Don't feel the impulse or don't buy into the impulse buy of a made up holiday for
Fair
consumerism.
enough. All right. Yeah, I would agree with that. And finally, Agent of Doubt, your final thoughts this evening, sir.
Rather than falling into the trap of consumerism, think about calling somebody. Just call everybody in your phone book who you haven't talked to in a while.
I'd agree.
No, that's not a bad idea.
Mhm.
All right. On that note, I'm going to take us out of here. Let me make sure I get everything cleaned out. Let me stop sharing that screen. I'm gonna put everybody backstage, starting with that guy.
I got.
All
I
right.
didn't. Hey.
Oh yeah, Billy. Billy, you didn't get final thoughts, did you?
I didn't.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Did I miss anybody else? I think I got everybody else.
You got everybody.
All right, Billy.
Well,
Final thoughts.
I was just gonna say, that's all right. Black Friday's dead. Consumerism is nearly dead. And don't you remember, Rhino? Satan told you, you're already dead, and you're in hell. And with that, have a great weekend.
I hate it. I hate it. All right. I think I got everybody. If not, yell at me in the after party. I think it's because I fucked up. I just fucked up. That's all it was. All right. Thank you all for watching to the very end. Who is still sneaking around? All right. Get you backstage. We will have an after party. Let me go ahead and get the link ready for you guys. You'll see it pop up once we go to close here. You'll see that in the YouTube chat, in the Rumble chat, and in the MGTOW chat. Although MGTOW has been so dead lately. But thank you for supporting us over on Rumble. That's what I was hoping for. MGTOW is a great alternative too. But, you know, Rumble seems to be the way to go. I've been looking at a lot of different platforms and seeing not just my performance, but other people's performance, such as popredonkulous.com over there. And it's just a superior platform right now. For now. I say for now. You never know if it's going to go to shit in the future. But at this point, I think it's the safest bet, especially when they take it. I don't think we're going to make it long on here. I mean, look at all the channels you guys watch, whether it's Hammerhand or Chronic or whoever it is in this space. How many channels have they lost already? You know, and how many channels maybe not even related to our community, the Manosphere, Red Pill, MGTOW stuff. How many of those channels are suppressed, buried, demonetized now? There's doctors, legitimate doctors out there, actual licensed professionals that their information's buried because it doesn't meet the Food and Drug Administration's version of reality, which is bullshit. Anyway, I digress. Meet me over at Rumble. We'll chat over there. You can always see the full episodes over there after the fact. If you're watching this in the future, you're probably not seeing the whole episode because of copyright issues or whatever else. I do strip mine the episodes after the show just to appease YouTube and get them off my dick. But the full material is always on Rumble and MGTOW.tv. So those two are your alternative choices, especially if you're not watching live. On that note, I want to thank you guys for all your support tonight. I'm kind of blown away, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that. You guys, like, the donations and everything, I'm humbled and shocked. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Like I said, we will start doing some after party recording so you guys can see some of the shenanigans that goes on off air. And that'll be members only. So if you want to become a member, that is on YouTube for now. And we'll set something up for that here shortly. I didn't even consider the member side of things because it's kind of a weird platform, but we'll set something up for you guys so you get your money's worth there. On that note, I guess we'll see you next week. Stay safe out there. Don't get trampled by the people looking for sales this weekend, if there are any. It'll probably be people looking for affordable groceries, like I said. And yeah, the economy sucks. We know it sucks, and it is what it is. But they're not going to fool us. All these bullshit articles saying, "Oh yeah, no, it's expected to be a great year," and no, like these guys said, by the end of the year, you're probably going to see a lot of retail stores closed, bankrupt, gone. So that's my speculation on it. But it's okay. It's okay. Things are going to suck for a while. If you guys were around 2008, you went through that, you know how much that sucked. This is just going to be 2008 on steroids. If you made it through that, you can make it through this. It might suck worse, but yeah, life is highs and lows. It's always going to go to shit before it gets better. Now, unfortunately, it might have to get really shitty, but we'll be all right. Everything always works out, right? I'm never going to blackpill you guys. I think that's fucked, you know? So just keep some sliver of hope that we'll get through this, regardless how long that takes. We'll get through it. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you again for watching. If you'd like to join the after party, like I said, I'll put up the links in the outro, and you're welcome to join. On that note, I will see you next Friday. And again, thank you for all your support. I'm blown away. Thank you, guys. All right, till next time.
We are the arbiters of this society.
Repeat after me. Public Works Citizen, we must maintain a neutral carbon footprint. Repeat after me. We must eat the bugs. Repeat after me. We must eat the bugs.
This is a world that we create and manage. The people, they need to be controlled. We will give them truths, but only our truths. They are not to seek information anywhere else.
It is my job to keep order. So what you saw didn't happen. Erase everything.
You a grunt? I used to be one, and I was good at it.
I know. Things were simpler then. I have some questions.
You need to understand, we're being hunted.
By who?
Bring him to me.
This breaks the world.
Your story isn't over yet. There's still a page left.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me f***ed up. Let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a stand. booking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.